Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's time once again to meet our community, the Hispanic business community here in Orange County, and all our associated friends who make up our community, your community, with the man he's out of the community, John Gutierrez.
Hey, everybody. Welcome again to our community podcast show powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Senior Vice President John Gutierrez. And with us today, we have another two special guests. They're members of our chamber. They're going to be having a huge event August 1st through the 3rd. It's going to be a ribbon cutting that we're going to be participating in and supporting them at the AI Wellness Infinity Tour Kickoff, which is a 3-city tour in Anaheim, Las Vegas, and Miami. We'll be going to get into this whole tour, everything they're doing. Let's welcome to, of course, our podcast show, Aboitiz and Alex Wayenberg,
Hey.
Also known as Alex. And I'll briefly give you guys a little bit of information on them. Abby is the founder of AI Wellness, pavilion featuring 13 Infinity clinics, each focused on personalized tech-powered wellness. She'll go into all that, of course, here shortly. And of course, Alex is the CEO and co-founder of Shape, which is also known as Shape Scale, a really interesting product that he's going to tell you guys about that can help you in many ways from a health and wellness standpoint. He's an award-winning engineer and product innovator, EPFL trained leader in AI, robotics, and biomedical technologies, and of course also Y Combinator and Stanford Start X alum with a passion for building tech that enhances health and performance. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
I got to jump off with one question. He was at Y Combinator. That's a big deal.
That's a big deal?
Yeah, Y Combinator, it's like the largest and most famous startup accelerator in the world. They back Airbnb, Dropbox, Stripe, Instacart. It's a real tight-knit community of founders, and every single person in the program has built a billion-dollar business. Obviously, you have Sam Altman from OpenAI, that was president of Y Combinator.
Look at him dropping these names.
I know all these big names.
Yeah.
I like to say that we have some pretty important people on our podcast show. Thank you both for being here. Really, I think today's show, for all those viewers and listeners, it's very important that not only attend the event, of course, not only those watching this show, but share it with the community, because I think these two individuals are going to be able to share with you some really good information that's going to help your health and wellness. And I think that's something that everybody dealing with stress, and of course we live in a very fast-paced world, right? These are very important things that you're going to share with them. But first and foremost, please tell me a little bit about yourselves, who you are, and just a little bit how you ended up in this industry, if you don't mind.
Yeah, my background is quite extensive. I started in the healthcare space. I've been in it 16 years and I'm still in it. And so I've seen kind of like the good, the bad, the ugly, the nastiest in the healthcare space. We don't have healthcare right now. We have sick care, unfortunately. And so what AI Wellness is doing is just simply bridge that gap between healthcare and wellness through AI innovation and education. And so I'm here to help push that initiative. And so we're building a pavilion in Anaheim Convention Center to showcase that, where we will meet you where you are in terms of your health.
Awesome, Abby. Thank you for sharing that. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Alex.
Yeah, I'm actually from Belgium, and I'm an engineer and a designer. I've been building products for the last 20 years. And this latest product I'm building is Shape Scale, and I guess we're going to tell you everything about it. We just won the Good Design Award from the Chicago Museum of Architecture and Design and the Red Dot Product Design Award.
Well, I want to say to both of you, thank you for what you're doing for our community, because I think it's important, right, that we continue to provide education to our community, which is what our podcast show is, at the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We want to provide our viewers, our listeners, our members, our youth chamber that watches the show, a good piece of education that can help, that they can share with their parents or their family. And so share with us about this event that's coming up, of course, AI Wellness Infinity Tour Kickoff, which is a 3-city tour in Anaheim, Las Vegas, and Miami. massive event at the convention center in Anaheim, right? Which is going to be together with the Fit Expo, right?
Correct. Yes.
Tell us about it.
So, Fit Expo and our company realizes that it's time to actually now merge the two. So, not just from the longevity, the wellness side, the healthcare side, with the fitness industry is, they're all in silo. And so where we at is where, for the first time in the history of fitness, that there's going to be a training and wellness zone in there with the pavilion, with continuity of care, with continuity of education. And so we want to be able to showcase that in a way where it's understandable, that it's basically molded into a vision of being predictive, preventive, and proactive with health. And so we're very excited to showcase that in that level. And we're actually also will be offering free screenings in there. And so we have really extensive researchers, extensive leaders and doctors that build and develop these programs. We have 13 different types of programs. It ranges from your gut health all the way to your to intimate wellness. And so I'm excited to push this initiative, and maybe it will not be perfect for the first time, but we as we continue to evolve, it's gonna get there.
And I think you said a very key word there, evolve.
Yes.
The fitness community is evolving,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
And I think that's exciting that, we're bringing in, of course, Alex, your product into, of course, this great event, because you're going to be able to bring something maybe that has never been seen or brought, right, to an event like this. Share about that, please.
Yeah, totally. So my company Shape is making a product Shape Scale. It's the first 3D photorealistic body scanner that you can have in your home or in your hospital or in your practice. What it does is it has a robotic arm that rotates around your body and captures 100 million 3D data points with a millimeter accuracy and 600 12 megapixel pictures to create a digital copy of your body. So it's a full body scanner. And then after, with this data, we can analyze your body and tell you how your body is changing over time and if you are getting healthier, fitter. So we can take automatic circumference measurement, volume measurement. We have an AI model that has 97% the accuracy of a medical grade body composition analyzer that's called a DEXA scanner. And so we can do all that and from the comfort of your home with a 1 minute with a 1 minute
And I got to
scan.
ask again, this is all external, so there's no internal invasive stuff here?
Exactly. So this is really the big thing, right? We're not going to have a CT scanner or an MRI scanner in our home, and those machines are really expensive and create radiation that can be harmful for the body. This is only external, and it's really how to leverage AI and looking at what's going on outside of your body to create insight by having these correlated medical data sets. So you can do a lot there. And I'll talk a little bit more about this probably at the end of the show.
Yes, and I think it's important that everybody that usually hears tech and AI, right away they think that everything is very, I guess you could say, heartless. It's not very, I don't know, compassionate or
There's
caring.
no human touch.
There's no human touch. I want you guys to share, because we talked about this before the show started. Share the reason why, both of you. I know both of you have some pretty inspiring stories on why you're passionate about what you're doing. If either one of you wants to start, that would be great. Ladies, go ahead.
Yeah,
Alex.
I mean, I'm going to start with a fun story, right? How I came up to this product. So yeah, I mean, basically a couple of years ago, I was living in Switzerland, and I got an opportunity. I sold my first company that I started in Switzerland, and I moved to Asia. And there's something that you need to know about me is that I love Chinese food. And Chinese food is a lot of carbs. So I started eating a lot of carbs, all these xiaolongbao and, the noodles, etc. And I was growing by the day. So after 3 months, my wife said, "Hey, are we getting pregnant here?" And she was talking about me. And so I got a personal trainer and really work really a lot for these 4 weeks, and keto diet, working out every day, everything I could give. What happens after is that I stepped on the scale, and what he told me is that I gained 4 pounds, and that was really disheartening, because I was like, oh my God, I put in all this effort.
Yeah.
But then I look at myself in the mirror and I realize, wait, my body is already transforming. My clothes are less tight. I'm not stuck up at the waistline and about to change, pant size. And that's when I realized, wait, we are measuring the wrong thing. Measuring the weight is the wrong incentive
Yes.
when you are getting on this journey to become, again, you get yourself back in control of your health. And so that's one piece that inspired me to build that product. But also what happened in my family, I had my brother passed away from a form of cancer that if we would have detected it earlier, we could have saved him. And I think it almost happened to everyone. We almost all have someone in our family that we could have saved if we could have detected this form of cancer earlier. And a product like ours, but also a lot of other products in the future, combining AI and these medical data set and these new form of screening, we're going to be able to detect a lot of form of cancer earlier. For example, our product in the future could detect skin cancer, breast cancer from the comfort of your home. So you don't have to do anything, because that's the problem. We are a lazy being. That's why we have sick care. And we're always in that reactive mode. Oh, if something is bad, then I need to see a doctor. No, it should not be like that. And I think Abby I'm going to let Abby tell about her
Tell us
story.
about Yes.
Absolutely. I will second that. I lost a family member, which is very important to me, is the woman who raised me, my grandmother. And so the sad part is I wasn't there. And so, when we were not around, we can't always be there for them, because we have to also get on with our lives. And so she passed away with for me, I still feel like she's young, but everybody's like she died happy and old. But being here and she's in the Philippines, it was hard for me to kind of like it's just tough.
Yeah, of course.
To, especially you not being around when the time of passing.
Yeah.
And so, later on, I was told that she could have been saved if there are, if there's these certain treatments was actually recognized early on.
Early detected.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had that with my family member, and at the same time, me 9 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was told that I had 6 months to live.
Sorry to
And
hear
so
that. Wow.
my daughter was not my just like I feel I to this day I can still see like that
Yeah.
emotion that I'm gonna leave my daughter behind,
Of course.
and
It's scary.
it's scary.
And it
course.
flips your whole perspective, right, of
Yeah.
how you see
Yeah.
life and care as well.
And
Yes.
so where I'm at is like, I'm doing all of these things in the healthcare space, but then there's so many things that we should be doing. We should be helping people, educating people how to take control of their health, and figuring out ways how to improve lives and make an impact. And so this is really what the evolution of the whole entire ecosystem, that the way I'm seeing it is like education starts first to create the awareness, and then what happens after that, once you basically kind of navigate everything, is that you form like an alliance. What that alliance look like, if you can connect the dots, now you're able to actually figure out solutions program wise. So and then figuring out the right key components, the right leaders, the right innovators in the space to build an actual ecosystem that seamless. And so that's what we're doing, and I'm excited to
It's
showcase
interesting.
that.
Everybody that views our shows or listen, obviously I've been in healthcare 25 years, and we have what's called a plan of care.
Yeah.
Something that we do a lot for our hospice, for our staff, to have for our patients, right? And not everybody has a plan, right? And I think that what you all are talking about is preventative medicine, but then putting a plan in place,
Correct.
right? How do we help, whether it would have been your grandmother or your brother, right? Early on, detect these unfortunate situations and then put a plan in place, which takes me to the fact that this event is also going to have, you said, doctors there, right?
Correct.
It's important we help provide these resources and education, right, to these doctors. Elaborate about that, because you shared that these are the kind of individuals that are also going to be there, right?
So in terms of like we form a pavilion based into, like, we call it the 8 dimensions of wellness, but really kind of focusing into like chronic care management situation. So each infinity clinic, which we call it each stations, which you're going to see it in our pavilion, is that each one of them there's doctors and there's specialties. This let's say for heart disease, for instance, we will have cardiothoracic surgeons there, lots of cardiologists. That's like basically forming this program and molding this program into something palatable. And there's an education in and around it. That's like more of like, I would say, kindergarten approach. But then the AI component in it, when you can ask certain questions related to what you're going through, because when you don't know your whys, you don't know like how to ask the right questions, you may not get the right answers. And so that's how we mold the programs into, and then add continuity of care, which is like the biostacks. So stacking the hacks of health is key to, but if you stack and if you don't explain the stacks and how they work together, then there's a gaps. So we try to do that with our innovation, with our digital screens, our digital avatars. So now doctors within our platforms, they all that develop the programs, they all have digital avatars. So if you may have questions related to your health, whether you're in our pavilion, you're at home, or you're in our clinic, you'll get answers like instantly.
Yeah, which takes me back to Alex, your product, right? Talking about what Abby just said, the importance of being able to have a product like yours. Share with us, right, how obviously we know that for those of you, viewing or listening to us, people think cancer is the number one killer, and it's not. It's actually heart disease.
Yep.
And you mentioned that right now, heart disease, right, that you're going to have some of these cardiologists there. Share with us, obviously, this product can help, right, detect a lot of those preventative ways.
Definitely. There are several ways that our product can help there. And indeed, cardiovascular disease is the number one killer in developed countries. And a lot of it is coming from the obesity crisis, right? And our product can measure, thanks to this AI model, we can measure visceral fat. By just looking at your outside, we can infer visceral fat with a very high accuracy, because we rely on a very large data set of these DEXA scans, which is the gold standard to measure visceral fat. And visceral fat is really what kills you and creates in the first place, over time, these cardiovascular disease. It's really the fat that you have around your organs, and it builds up, right? And the more you age, the more it's entrenched within your organs, and the more you build it up. And so it's really important to get it, be proactive and get it under control. So our product allows you to understand that, am I in the right range for my age, and do I have to get this under control? And right now, there are a lot of fabulous tools, right, that you have available, because it's not always easy to get out of this. It's exercising, it's nutrition. Nowadays, you have a lot of, drugs that can help, like GLP-1 and semaglutide. I know there's, a lot of Americans are using those, around, 10 million Americans are on medicated weight loss. It really helps you get out of the loop. But what happens when you take this medicated weight loss is that because you lose so much of your weight, in average 15% of your weight, you're also going to lose muscle mass. And the problem when you lose muscle mass is that your body doesn't spend automatically the same amount of calories every day. That's called the BMR. So the BMR is proportional to your muscle mass. So if you lose muscle mass and you get on these medicated weight loss program, you're going to lose fat, but you're also going to lose muscle mass. And at the end of the program, if you don't maintain your muscle mass, well, your body spend less calories automatically, which means that if you restart to eat the way you were eating before, you're going to actually negatively recomp and have, in the end, if you get back to the same weight, you're actually going to have more fat and likely more visceral fat, which is worse. So making sure that this program incorporate resistance training, and the way to maintain the muscle mass is very important. And the problem that is hard, what is hard with that is that when you maintain your muscle mass, you experience the same problem that I experienced, is that your weight doesn't go down, and people are indexing everything on the weight. So our product can really show you with colors exactly where those pounds are on your body. So it's incredibly empowering for people who are going through these body transformation. We had people losing 100 pounds, which is dramatically increasing their lifespan. We're talking about average increase in lifespan of 15, 20 years, just because they lost 100 pounds. Because if not, they would die over time of these cardiovascular disease. We have many, many examples. Every day we get people, actually, it automatically get posted on our Slack, which is our chat channel, people posting how the product is helping them. And it's very empowering for the team to understand, oh, wow, we're really helping these people get there, and our product keeps them accountable, but also makes them motivated to get back, in shape.
Share with everybody as we're, I know we got a few minutes left. Let's share with everybody, how can they, one, go to the event? Where can they buy tickets? Where they can register and go to the event? What's that website?
Yes, so to get tickets, you can actually go to fitexpo.com, or you can go to aiwellness.ai, and don't forget we're offering free screenings for everybody. So we'll be screening for oral, skin cancer. We're screening for full body. We're also screening for God, I forgot which one.
It's okay.
Yes.
You're screening for a lot of different things.
Correct.
So the most important thing is registering, getting a ticket, attending, coming to your, of course, special, it's like a VIP booth, right, area that you guys are going to have.
So the first floor will have at the very right entrance, you will see our pavilion and the training and wellness zone. So
Awesome.
so they're next to each other. You'll get to meet a lot of our cast and characters of their movie, the Infinite Wellness, the New Human Era. There are doctors, celebrities, and all of those people that's part of the movie, because our day one is we're turning the pavilion into a movie set.
Nice.
Yeah. The second floor is very, very important, because we are inviting business owners that are in the health, wellness, longevity, and fitness space to come up, because we have a business row there where you can drop off your flyers, your brochures, and mingle with other business owners there, so you can network and grow your network. And at the same time, we have a media row, 30 media stations. So we'll have hundreds of podcasters, content creators, and TV hosts that are going to be there, basically doing interviews with a ton of leaders that are coming in.
Awesome. And again, that's AI Wellness Infinity Tour, which kickoffs, of course. It's a 3-city tour in Anaheim, Las Vegas, and Miami. The one that's kicking off here in Anaheim is August 1st through the 3rd.
Yes.
We will be, as a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce there, involved doing a ribbon cutting for this kickoff. And again, of course, how can they visit you as far as your website? I know you're going to be at the event. Your product will be at the event. But where can people go and learn more about what you're sharing here today?
Yeah, you can go on shapescale.com to learn more about the product. We're obviously going to be at the event offering, free screening where you will learn about your visceral fat. We're going to measure your body under every angle, tell you about your body composition and what you could be doing to take your health in control. And you can also go to our Instagram, @Shapescale. To learn more about what we do.
And the goal of all of this, when it's said and done, what is the goal? Is it to build this community within you all, meaning the general public, to come and connect with you all, obviously at this event, but for future, what is the goal?
The goal of this is to help people take control of their health. And so when they do, we'll have much more healthier community. And so when we have healthier community, we can flourish more and build new leaders. And so for me, this is my second life, and I want to make it that goal.
Impactful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, imagine how the world could be a better place if everyone was healthier and better and feel good about their health and their body. And when you have, we all have 1,000 problems every day, but when you have a problem with your health, you only have one problem, and it's that problem with your health, and it takes over your life. And so program like what Abby is building, and we're part of it, really allow you to take that into control. And you cannot anymore, and that people realize, I think, that they cannot leave anymore to our healthcare system to actually do that. They have to be empowered. And so we have our wearables, we can learn about our DNA and how it affects, how we process nutrients, how we are, and vitamins, etc. Where do we need to supplement in order to be the best version of ourselves? And our vision, obviously, for Shape Scale is really, we're not doing any kind of body scanning or screening in our home. And that's the future. And we want to have a body scanner in everyone's home. The way it will be is that it will work automatically. You will walk in front of it. It will capture what it can when you walk in front of it every day, and automatically encrypt that data, process it, and send and understand with an AI what you can do to be healthier, look better, live longer, and be the best version of yourself. And if we can do that with 1 million or 10 million or 100 million people, then we're gonna live on a better planet. And that's what we're all about.
Paul, did you have a question? I know you had raised your hand earlier. Sorry.
I just have to applaud them for what they're doing, and I think you answered some of it. Where do they find these things? Are these machines that people would buy your machine and they would own it, or do they go to a clinic and do it? That was the question.
That's an excellent question. So we have two different products. One product is the commercial version, and we grew in 1 year from 0 to 500 actually doctors, weight loss centers, gyms using our product. So you can we actually have a map on our website that you can go to, and if you want to try it, you can go there. But we also have a consumer product that's getting released for the general public at the end of this year. We're currently testing it in beta testing it in a couple of hundreds of homes. We have very, very, very positive feedback on those. We're actually going to ship another extra couple of hundred in the next month. We're currently shipping them. So we're very excited about that. So at the end of the year, you will be able to go on shapescale.com and purchase one from your home. For a business, it's around $10,000 because that includes all the professional service. But for your home, it's going to be around $1,000 to get a Shape Scale. Yeah,
that's great. That's good to hear. That's a great question, Paul. I mean, it is about providing education, resources, right, and getting it out to the general public. I want to thank you guys for being on our show, obviously for being part of our chamber. We're excited to be part of the ribbon cutting, the grand opening, the kickoff, right?
Yes.
And again, we're going to have you guys come back down the way and see where this product is, and obviously the services that we're offering, and hear some more great stories,
Yeah.
Before we go, any final thoughts as we round up the show here?
Well, please come to Anaheim Convention Center on August 1st. It's going to be amazing. You're going to learn so much. It's going to completely change the way you see your body and your health. And if you're not in Anaheim on August 1st, we're also going to be in Las Vegas, Miami for a subsequent event. This is really, Anaheim is just really the kickoff.
Yes.
And we're really excited to see you there and connect with the community. And whether you're a person, a consumer, or a business owner, you will get something out of it, we promise.
For sure.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. He covers everything.
Awesome. Well, Alex and Abby, thank you both for all you're doing in our health and wellness community. We're looking forward to the event. And for all of you tuning in, please go follow their social media, their websites. And, again, thank you for tuning in to our community podcast show, where our community is your community.
Well, there you have it. One more reason to stay tuned and come back each and every time to meet our community. Right here in Orange County's only community radio station, OC Talk Radio, streaming live from our studio here at the University of California, Irvine's Beale Applied Innovation Center.